It's just such a bad look.
It isn't a good look, I admit.
If it's not a good look, it's a bad look.
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh no, it's a beige look.
You must care about your reputation more than what I do.
Babe, in this relationship, I am the sensible one.
This is very true. And you know what? I should have thought twice about that, but I was probably 5 marks deep. When he asked me...
I'll order them a pizza. Pizza coming to the house. The blueberry box.
I should have thought twice, though, because last time...
It would only take you like a minute to run there, baby. You'll be fine. If you see the smoke, you just run. It'll be fine.
Maddie and Esther, who would have guessed they're underage grandparents?
Welcome to Underaged Grandparents. This is Maddie and Esther Acton.
We became grandparents before turning 40. This podcast is all about that journey, parenting and relationships.
Stick around and we'll hopefully make you feel normal.
I made a wrong choice last weekend.
Probably a couple.
I was hungover on Sunday. I didn't mean to get hungover.
Yeah.
Don't
An
you
accident.
That's actually the worst, isn't it?
It is. It so is.
This weekend I'm not drinking at all.
Why would you make
Well,
blanket statements like that?
That's what I'm telling myself. But last Saturday we went out on the boat with my mates and Xander, our 11-year-old, who is absolutely mad on fishing.
Yes.
It was his birthday.
12, darling. He turned 12.
Sorry,
that was
yeah.
the reason.
It was for his 12th birthday. And he wanted to take 3 of his mates with him.
Yes.
Which we did. And then when we got back on Saturday after we'd been out fishing all day, I had a few beers with my mates and I was hungover Sunday, whatever.
That wasn't the bad choice.
That was a bad choice. But the other bad choice was the other 3 boys hadn't been out on a boat before.
Yeah.
Or I think if they had been out on a boat.
Into open waters type thing.
It had only been on close to shore or quite flat water.
Yeah.
And we were chasing big fish.
Okay.
Because we're big men, big fish.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true. I was out with my mates who have a big boat and know about fishing. So I was like, oh, big fish. Me, I'm new to the whole fishing thing. And so we went out a little further. We went past Moreton Island. So in Brisbane, if you're not from Queensland, just off Manly in Brisbane, there's an island, Moreton Island. It's a beautiful spot. There's a reef where you can snorkel and stuff. And then you can continue out a little bit further into the open water.
And Tangalooma there, right?
That's
where where there's shipwrecks and it's a very beautiful part of Queensland.
And all that kind of stuff. So we decided we wouldn't go too far from Moreton in case kids got seasick.
Yeah.
So we went out. As soon as the boat stopped, we put all the fishing rods in. There would have been, every kid was on a fishing rod, 4 of them. Mm-hmm. One of our other mates had a fishing rod in. I was about to grab one for myself and one of the kids go, oh, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, all right, give me that. Sit down. He sits down and I give him a drink of water and I start reeling his rod in. And as I reel his rod in, another one of the kids starts spewing over the edge of the boat, right where my other mate is reeling an actual fish in. So I'm like, quickly wind in this rod, put it to the side, go over, grab that rod. I'm like, quick, sit down, reeling his rod in. While he's doing that,
no.
3rd kid spews over the other side of the boat. So Ricky grabs his rod. It is like, it's all chaos. We have literally been stopped for maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Xander, fine, no spewing.
Yeah.
We get those kids in, the boat's rocking away, and then we kind of have to make the decision, what are we going to do? Because I wasn't aware, and you would know more of this from working in pharmacy. Once you get seasick, you're seasick, right?
I think it's very hard to come back from that given that you're still in motion. You can't stop the boat from rocking so that someone feels better.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's still going to keep happening. Like
So
if someone gets car sick, you can pull over, get out, breathe air. They're not in motion anymore. They can usually get it back together and then get back in the car. Whereas when you're on a boat, bit different.
So we decide we're going to head back into the calmer waters by the island. And we bring everything in. At this point, I could see the look on Xander's face, poor kid, because he was so pumped to get out and catch himself a big fish. And now because his mates are all sick, he feels bad for his friends. But he's
Not
also,
that bad.
But he's also like, why can't we stay and fish and just let them vomit?
The funniest bit was Rick, whose boat it was, sent a text message to his wife who was with me and he said, Xander's spewing. And what he meant was Xander's like annoyed, upset. But we took that as Xander is the one who's seasick. And so I said to her, oh, you know what, that's actually a good thing. Because if it was any of the other boys, he'd be really annoyed. But if it's him, he can't really get annoyed about that. But I said, that's really odd because he's been out, quite a few times and never had motion sickness or seasickness.
That's the difference between spewing and spewing.
Yeah, spewing.
Spewing. Yeah. So we cruise back in. But just before we do cruise in, I did try to save the moment.
Yeah.
And we had some anti-nausea tablets.
Yes.
And so I gave one to the 3 boys who were being sick because I thought...
You would have had permission from their parents, though, for this. Signed consent form.
I was very stressed. Okay, so I was very stressed at the time and I was worried about them being sick. Before we made the decision to turn around and come back, well, I don't want these poor kids...
You drugged them.
We were like an hour and a half away from Brisbane mainland.
Yeah.
And I thought if they don't get better at any point, that's a long day for them.
And you.
Yes. So I gave them the medication. And then as we were coming back to Moreton Island, I thought to myself, I really should have checked that with their parents.
Probably.
I mean, I couldn't have called them from the boat because we had no phone signal.
No.
But I didn't have the conversation with their parents before we left, and then I started to like have a massive anxiety attack because, some people can be allergic to certain things.
Well, this is true. This is very true. Yeah. But everything was fine. They were fine. They actually came good, correct?
Yes.
And you'll never do it again. But
then I was like, do I tell the parents that I gave it to them? Like everyone's fine now.
I'm the wrong person to ask. Do you know why?
Oh, you love drugging people.
No.
Yeah, you've been
not drugging people.
You've been drugging me for years.
Oh, Dull, telling you to take Panadol when you have back pain is not drugging you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. No, I'm talking about the fact that my nickname is Auntie Yes because I'm really bad with food and snacks and stuff, and I'll just hand kids whatever they want.
Oh, you don't ask anyone's permission.
They walk straight in and they're like, oh, can I have an ice block? And I'm like, of course you can. Who am I to say no to that request?
You think you are the permission.
I know. But I can see why it's a bit different with drugs.
Would you be annoyed? Just say it was another dad with Xander and they got back and said, oh, I gave him some medication.
Not in that instance because I feel like I would be more worried for my child getting dehydrated, being out on a boat and vomiting for 2 hours.
That's what I was thinking.
Do you know what I mean? Like I would be more...
I wasn't thinking I want to keep fishing. I was thinking I don't want this kid to get dehydrated.
Sure. No, but I think, unless a parent specifically says to you, look, they're allergic to this, they're allergic to that. And actually it was funny because having a conversation just before his party, we found out one of the kids is allergic to chicken nuggets.
Yes.
And that's a staple in this household.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting...
It's a whole food group in this house.
But that parent told us that. If someone's allergic to medication, they should probably tell you. If they need an EpiPen or if they need an asthma thing, then they should probably have it on them. Right. But in retrospect, thinking about taking 4 preteens on a boat, we probably should have put together a little pack of things like that.
Yeah, that's the difference between men and women.
Yeah.
We were just concerned about having the right bait and right fishing rods 100%. To catch fish.
Yeah, you even sent me to BCF to get last minute things, which was the smirks on the faces of the teenage boys who served me because they were like, she doesn't know what she's doing here. What is she even doing in here?
Because you went in with the photo on your phone and said, I need these.
I didn't even look anywhere. I went straight to the counter.
There's no point there. There's so many things in that fishing section. You may as well just go straight to the counter.
Yeah, and they were like, we'll get you an expert on that.
Experts always interesting too.
He was 12.
Yeah.
He looked like Xander's age. Yeah. He walked up, but he took me straight to what I was looking for. He's like, I think these are the ones you're after. Like,
right. But I mean, where do you draw the line with what you can give kids? If you've got a kid sleeping over, can you just give them Panadol or Nurofen if they're not feeling well?
That is the thing. You really do have to check with other parents. I mean, even with ice blocks and like snacks and stuff, I shouldn't be just giving kids whatever. My question to you is, if we had a kid who wasn't allowed stuff, wouldn't you upfront that?
Yeah.
You would. don't let them have this preservative because they will.
I wonder if there are
Climb your
some
walls.
parents who like get permission slips signed for sleepovers. By the parent going, "Hey, do you agree?" Like, or maybe they would text and go, "Can I give them this?" Because if the kid wakes up a little bit sick at 2 a.m., you don't want to ring the parent and say, "Hey, can I give them Panadol?"
We've never had that happen, thankfully. But I'm pretty. I wouldn't want a child to have a temperature overnight,
of course
so I
not.
would probably just give them some Panadol because that's safest option.
The other one I thought about was when I was a kid, I had a friend who was allowed to walk to the shops. I was never allowed to. My mum was like super strict with that stuff. Never allowed to ride my bike outside.
Because you're so cute, she thought someone would steal you.
No, my mum used to always say to me, "No one will steal you. They'll just spend an hour with you and bring you straight back." So whenever we go to his house, his mum would let us walk down to the shop and buy lollies. And I thought it was the sickest thing ever. I'm like, oh, look at all this freedom. Whereas I wasn't allowed to leave the front of our yard. Where do you've got to check that with parents too. Go, hey, especially Xander's age, if we head out for 5 minutes, can we leave him home alone? Or are they allowed to ride their bike to the shop?
Yeah. I think we're pretty loose, aren't we? I don't think I've ever said to someone, no, I'm not comfortable with that happening. And I don't think people even really check with me anymore.
Yeah.
They're going to be doing stuff. Like they go out for bike rides and...
I think I wouldn't like it if they left them home at night. Like if someone said, hey, we went out for 4 hours or 5 hours at night time.
Yeah, you were funny about this the other day because Xander wanted to have a sleepover with a couple of mates and we were at a barbecue.
Yeah.
Having a few drinks.
Yep.
Not far away, like a couple of streets away from our house. But he wanted to have a sleepover and I was like, yeah, that's fine. They can just go home to our house, play some video games. We'll order them a pizza or something. We're only a few streets away. We'll be sleeping home. And you were like, we can't offer to babysit people's kids and not actually be in the house. And I'm like, why?
Just reporting live from this burning down house where 3 12-year-olds have had a toaster incident.
Yeah, well,
We spoke to the parents, but they weren't around. Turns out they were 2 blocks away getting on the beers with their friends. It's just such a bad look.
it isn't a good look, I admit.
If it's not a good look, it's a bad look.
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh, no, it's a beige look.
You must care about your reputation more than what I do.
No, babe, in this relationship, I am the sensible one.
This is true. This is very true. And you know what? I should have thought twice about that, but I was probably 5 marks deep because when he asked me...
Fine. I'll order them a pizza. Pizza coming to the house. The little best box.
I should have thought twice, though, because last time...
It would only take you like a minute to run there, baby. You'll be fine. If you see the smoke, you just run. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think...
Poor Zandy didn't get to have a sleepover.
No. 14, I think. What's the
14?
age? What's the age where you can leave them at home at night time for a couple of hours and be drinking a couple of blocks away?
Oh, I don't know. I think boys and girls are different. It's dependent on the kid. I think legally it might be like... Oh, well, we'd have to look that up because I'm going to just make it up.
I think my mum and dad didn't leave us at home alone overnight till I was like 14.
Overnight?
I think, yeah.
Was your sister in charge, though?
Yeah, but we used to fight like cats and dogs, so that was probably worse.
True. No, I see. Me and my sister were very responsible human beings. When I'm saying that, it was her. She was a responsible human being. But I was...
Oh, now I've...
What I mean
That,
is...
my friends, what you heard there is the language of bullshit.
What I meant was, by responsible...
Didn't you have a party?
Yes. That was a little bit later, though. But what I mean is I wouldn't burn the house down. I would have had the ability to cook food for myself. But what you're talking about is rebellious or like naughty. I was
Didn't you
naughty.
have a party where everything ended up in the pool?
In the pool. Yes, that did happen. So I was probably
ironing board.
15 then, and my friend invited everyone from the skate park to my house. And I had to bribe my sister, who was older than me, not to tell anyone. And she was okay with that because there was quite a few cute boys there. But then there was people who weren't invited who ran over the letterbox with their car, reversed into it, knocked it over. It was a brick letterbox. So we had to then put that back together the next day.
How did you put that together without your dad knowing?
Well, we actually said to Dad that it was looked a bit wonky, and he was like, something happened to the letterbox, and we were like, what? Oh my, what? Someone must have reversed over it, and we didn't know. We heard a bang, but like everything ended up in the pool. So like Mum's ironing board, the iron, pot plants, anything that was like not tied down in the kitchen laundry area because I wasn't paying attention ended up going in there. And people had eaten like half the stuff out of the pantry and left it in there.
How did you not get caught?
The cleanup the next day was insanely epic. I think because Mum had been so hard on us about cleaning and like we were really good at keeping things very clean. We went room for room for room. But I do remember sitting on the couch like a month later and putting my hand like in the corner and pulling out like 4 bottle caps and being like...
See, if we came home and our house was super clean, I would be sus. Xander cleans nothing.
Exactly.
So if the house was clean, you'd be like, you've been up to something.
No, he's not good at it. I've had sticky crap everywhere from him.
I'm going to ask ChatGPT, what age in Queensland can you leave children home alone? This will give us the...
I actually think, though, I'm not going to let my kids stay home when they're of that type of age where they could have a party with drinking and stuff like that. I'd much rather leave a 14-year-old home.
There isn't a specific age written in law saying children can be left at home. Right.
Really?
Okay, yeah. It does say, though, under section something, it's a crime to leave a child under 12 years old alone or without reasonable supervision for an unreasonable amount of time.
Right.
So I guess it would just depend how badly it went.
Yeah.
Really?
So I'm fine ducking down to get a coffee.
Yes.
But
drinking tins at your friend's house 2 streets away, probably not great. Whack those headphones in, beautiful, because I want to play you something.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have sent this to me, actually, because you may or may not know I'm a lawn guy. I spend a lot of time on my lawn.
I call it your girlfriend.
Yeah, you
Mistress.
think I spend more time on it than you.
Yeah.
And someone sent me this video about men and mowing the lawn.
I just finished mowing the lawn and what a crock of shit. Of course men blamed that chore for themselves. It's a delight. You know what happens when you mow the lawn? A little bit of incidental exercise, working on my tan, a little bit of solitude. No children near me, God forbid. It's minimal effort, maximum reward. And they act like it's this big hard thing. Literally takes 10 minutes. I don't know what the my ex-husband was doing, but I would have to keep the children away from him for an entire afternoon so he could do the lawns. Important lawn time. Give me a break. You know what's hard? Maintaining the house for a family with a toddler screaming at your feet 24/7. Baby, try to do that, you stupid.
I think she's got a really good relationship with her ex. What do you think?
Yeah, he's done something, hasn't he? Do you feel that way?
Oh, look, she's made some very good points
Just
there.
be honest.
As someone who's never mowed the lawn, it does look very easy, to be honest with you. It doesn't look difficult. It looks, I love the smell of cut grass. It looks like it would be quite fun, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to a friend the other day and she said that it takes her half an hour to mow the lawn. So that's not a long time.
How big's her yard?
Bigger than ours, but flat.
Kyla said that to you.
Yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Her yard is flat, so it does make it easier.
And bigger than ours.
Did she whippersnip?
Oh, I don't think so.
Doesn't count.
Dal, we're not talking about whippersnipping here.
Yes, you are. You've got to, if you have to whippersnip. You've got to mow.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got to blow away all the stuff. Did she pull out the weeds? Because that's the other thing. When there's weeds that pop out.
You don't do that.
Yes, you do. Otherwise, you
You
get a
don't
weedy
do
lawn.
that, though.
I do. I hand pull the weeds.
You do not.
I do. What do you think? I've got that little plowy
I've never
thing.
seen you with that.
I put it in my pocket. And when I see a weed, I pull it out.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're being very defensive about this because you want your solid afternoon of the children being kept away from you, don't you?
No,
And this is more than once a week generally for you. Like once a week is the norm.
Yeah,
But-
sometimes I'll do it twice in a week during summer because it
Yeah.
grows really fast.
Yeah. So that's like 6 to 8 hours of
Oh, that is
Alone time?
No, that is such an exaggeration.
incidental exercise.
I'm also doing other jobs while I'm outside. There's things that you don't see.
Like,
Picking up the dog poo, hedging the...
wouldn't you just mow over the top of that?
No. No, because then it hits...
fertiliser.
It hits the blade and then it spins and shoots everywhere. It's disgusting.
Okay.
I mow the hedge the bushes.
Hedge the mowers, yeah.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
No, hedge the bushes. Little box hedges and things like that. Pull out weeds.
You've already said that one.
Pick up all the kids. The kids leave all their toys out through the backyard.
Yeah.
I've got to do that as well.
Okay, sweetie. My question to you, do you enjoy it?
I enjoy how it looks at the end, but it's like any
You
other
get
job.
satisfaction from it,
Yeah.
but you don't enjoy it while you're doing it. You're not
No.
thinking this is good exercise,
No.
it's fresh air.
I would rather be doing... I'm allergic to grass. It makes me cough for about 2 days
Would you
afterwards.
rather be doing the folding and putting away of the
I'm-
washing?
No, I would hate them equally, I think. I think men get it bad, that it's not fair that we're told...
Oh.
I don't think it's fair that we get told that the jobs that we do are fun.
Funner.
Do you want to swap? Do you want to mow the lawn? You can mow the lawn on the weekend. Do you want?
We're going to swap for a weekend?
You can
I like
on-
all the chores for a weekend.
No, just for the time that we're mowing.
What do you mean?
So what you want to say? You don't have to do any other chores on the inside.
I can't do chores while you're mowing because I'm entertaining the children. What are you saying? My stuff's easy
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that. Are we going to swap all chores completely?
for a weekend.
Yeah.
We could.
Yeah. I'll give you a list and you give me a list.
Okay,
Okay. Perfect.
sounds good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm calling your bluff on this one.
All right. Well, you can mow the lawn on the weekend
All
and
right.
and whippersnip.
Okay.
Yeah. It does need fertilizer sprayed
No.
on it too. It does.
None of the things you didn't mention before.
No, that's it. Well,
Okay, well, if you're fine for me to spray fertilizer where I feel.
where are you going to spray it? On the grass? You have to spray it on the grass. Where else are you going to spray it?
Yeah, but is it just a light spritz in some areas or is it like every blade?
No, it's the whole thing. You
Okay.
put it in a backpack and then you got to walk along.
Oh, yeah, I've seen you in that.
Yeah.
Stinky.
It does stink. Yeah.
Maybe we'll try it one weekend, but not this weekend.
No.
No, it's
Oh, that's
just-
right. You can't do it this weekend.
Oh, I'm at a ladies' lunch. You're right.
And I'm home with the kids. Oh, that's right.
That is right.
If only. Oh, well, maybe another weekend.
You just don't want me to know how good and fun and easy it is, but whatever. So I have a question for you because I've been obviously targeted by Meta with all the information possible or probably ever that's happened on the internet about perimenopause.
Oh, yeah.
Because I am, in fact, in the age group of perimenopause. I wanted to ask you the question, what is perimenopause? What do you think that it is?
Well, peri is like the level of spice at Nando's. And menopause, I know what menopause is. That's like, it's like the opposite. Menopause is the opposite to puberty, kind of, isn't it? It's like puberty is when a woman goes, well, it goes from a girl to a woman and goes through puberty, is then able to reproduce. And then menopause is on the other end. Oh, I'm going to choose the wrong words here.
What?
Starts to shut down. Okay, can I
No,
just...
no, no,
hang on,
no,
before we
no,
go any further,
no. I want to hear it from your
before
perspective.
we go any further, is there some sort of amnesty? Nothing...
Oh, there's actually no right or wrong answer. I was
nothing
just wondering.
say here can get me
No,
in trouble
no,
or cancelled.
no, not at all. Not at all. No, I just realised that a lot of men are making content on the internet about perimenopause and saying, I've got tips for guys of how to deal with their wife when they're... Have I got something on my tooth? You're
No,
staring
no.
right at my lips.
No, I'm listening carefully.
Okay. It's very intense.
Yeah, I know. I'm judging what I'm going to say next without...
Okay, so and they're saying, you know, make sure that you have lots of snacks in the house and like just, giving tips basically of how men can operate around this new season in a woman's life.
Are they getting
And-
positive support or are they getting women hating
No, well,
them?
I actually haven't read many of the comments. I I think it'd be positive though, because generally they're saying, you know, support your wife. It's an important time in her life. And like some of them are making a bit of fun, but they're always coming back to, you know,
feed her.
be kind, be understanding. And I just looked at you and thought, I don't reckon that you'll even know when I'm going through perimenopause. You won't have any sort of like thoughts about, oh, geez, I wonder how I can support my wife through this transition in her life. So I just...
You're making me sound awful.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, there's so many stages in a woman's life that the man is involved in, like if you're having kids and, you know, all of that sort of stuff. But then it gets to this stage and this is really something that women only go through.
Is it just premenopausal? Is it like the start of menopause? Is it what perimenopause is?
So perimenopause is really what I thought menopause was, which is when all your hormones start dropping before you stop having your period. So menopause is the period in time where you stop having a period. Perimenopause is the lead up to that, when all the hormones are naturally decreasing.
Because I always thought menopause was like the thing you go through and then you stop having the ability. So menopause is the end. Is like menopause is...
So they say you're in post-menopause when you haven't had your period for 12 months. But you know how like traditionally in like especially in the 80s and 90s and TV in the early 2000s when you could be really politically incorrect and people would talk about, oh, she's just in menopause because she'd be cranky or she'd be having hot flushes or whatever. Perimenopause is actually when all that sort of stuff really happens because that's when the decline in the hormones is happening. And then you go through menopause, which is when it's all flatlining basically.
Right, okay.
And then postmenopause.
So perimenopause is more of the event than menopause itself.
Well, from what I'm understanding now that I'm realising,
like that would be that's the tough part. Like,
well,
it's
I feel like it's the longest part. It's the most uncertain part because you're still getting all the same hormonal things. So you're still getting your period and all of that sort of stuff. It's just everything changes. So your sleep gets disrupted. You're going through all the fluctuations and mood changes and all of that, which I'm sure you haven't even noticed.
No, not at all.
Your face is so easily red.
Why? No,
I'll say that again and try not to speak with your face.
I'm not. My face. Okay.
Yeah.
Ask me again.
But you wouldn't have noticed any hormonal changes with me.
No, not not anything, like nothing out of the ordinary. Was that good? Try again.
Terrible.
Try again.
You were just saying the other day what a delight I am.
You are a delight, darling.
Yeah.
I think you seem pretty much the same. I'm so nervous.
Are you? See, that's what I wanted to know, what you thought perimenopause is, because I don't want you to be afraid.
But
I also do want you to be like understanding that I'm going to go through this next big part of my life and it's scary and daunting and all of that. But
you know what the hardest thing to navigate with hormonal things with your partner? There is no way to say the way you may be feeling might have something to do with your hormones.
No.
Like, you're allowed to say, oh, I was real cranky last week. Or you've said to me many times, you always say to me, you go, oh, I'm so agitated, I'm so pissed off. And you go, I must be getting my period. And then you'll flick through your calendar on your phone, you go, oh, yeah. But I could never say to you, I wonder if you're getting your period.
No.
Like, you know?
No. Especially because that's not always the case. Sometimes you're just being a giant pain in the ass. No, truthfully.
No doubt. I don't deny that at all.
And they say with the hormones for women especially, like most of the hormones that are like the good ones that we enjoy are kind of mood stabilizing us. So even if you are being really annoying, we're kind of like okay with it. But during that period in time before you get your period, those hormones drop. Our tolerance for you is less. It's not necessarily that you haven't been annoying the whole time. It's just that we're heightened to how annoying you are.
That does get confusing when you're annoyed at us because we just think to ourselves,
I'm always like this.
oh, we've been together for 20 years.
I've always been like this.
I thought, yeah. I know it's going to be something that you're going to go through or that you're already going through, I guess. Men don't get the same thing, I guess. We do have hormonal changes.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's kind of as abrupt as it is for women. I think maybe it takes a longer period of things.
Yeah,
changing.
It feels abrupt, to be honest with you, because I feel like it was only yesterday I stopped having kids. You know, like you go through that time in your life where you're coming up to having a family, if you're going to have a family, and then you're having a family and you're going through all of that, the breastfeeding and the whatever.
I mean, the worst thing that happens to a man, and it's not really that bad, is you just can't get things moving as quick as you could when you were 20, as you can the closer you get to 40. The wind would change when you were 20, and you'd be like, oh, I'm ready to go.
Oh, you're talking about boners specifically.
Well, I think people know what I'm talking about. I'm not sure you had to be that.
Well, I didn't know that. I thought you meant your whole body in general, doll. Your
Well,
whole
that
body
too.
in general doesn't get going the way that it did when you were.
I'm talking
you do not.
hormonally.
You don't bounce out of bed no more, baby.
No, I do have a sore back. I'm talking hormonally. Like,
Okay.
that sort of stuff sort of becomes a bit harder. Well, no, hang on. No. You know what I'm saying?
Softer.
Like, yes. Well, no, I'm not. For the record, I am not having issues with that at all. Everything is still fine. It's just, you know.
That can be an indicator for a male that they're getting older.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
You're like that sort of, like your drive, like your want for it is the same, but your drive
Your
for
body.
it does start to slow
Yeah.
down, and you do start to question yourself a bit, like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
You know? But we don't have that part of our hormones changing where we feel like we maybe are out of control, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not that you're out of control, but like
Yeah.
it overcomes you.
Yeah.
Where you're trying your best and you feel like nothing that you do makes you feel better.
Yeah.
It's just your hormones are
100%.
raging inside you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you can be very emotional and very tired and very, like there's a lot of factors outside of your control of eating healthy and exercising regularly. Like truthfully, the way that I used to eat healthy and exercise regularly in my 20s is like totally different to how I do it now.
Yeah.
But even if I do it the exact same way, I'll get a totally different outcome. Like I have to do more physical activity now, and I have to eat differently and eat smarter for my body. And back then, yeah.
A mate of mine has his wife going through menopause at the moment and his daughter going through puberty at the same time.
Yes, this is probably going to happen to you because like it can go on for a long time, and I'm really only at the beginning. I'm not even cranky yet, as we discussed.
I don't think you're cranky at all.
And it's only starting to affect my sleep and brain fog and stuff like that.
Do you feel angrier? Do you feel like you're...
No, I don't feel angrier. I feel like
frustrated?
no. Am I acting that way?
I have noticed that you have less patience than you had before. And that's one thing I've always noticed about you.
Is how patient I am.
You've generally got a lot of patience, and I will be the first to admit I have very low patience.
Yeah.
My patience is awful.
If yours was a 1, mine's normally a 10.
Yeah, but I have noticed your patience start to drop, and maybe it's...
So maybe like a 5 or less?
Maybe a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
5.1? No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
As we wrap up this chat, is that I will do, and I will try my best to pick up the cues, but if you want something from me, you just tell me. Like I picked up the other night when you was like, can you make dinner this day and this day? I was like, yeah, she's right. I haven't made dinner for a couple of days.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Rather than be quietly annoyed at me.
Yeah, so you enjoyed that?
Yes.
Because I noticed you took that on really well.
Yeah.
Like normally
Treat
that
me like an
conversation,
idiot.
in history, that conversation would go down with me being like, you haven't cooked dinner, so why can you please do it? And I thought, no, I'm just going to say, I don't have the bandwidth to cook dinner for the next 2 days because
Perfect.
I've got heaps of meetings, so it's
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah.
And you were just like, yeah, easy.
That
was very good. That was probably it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not chasing any kudos, but I think that will work the best for us. Is just
Okay.
if there is something you need,
Yeah.
and we should both do it. If we need something from each other, it's just very clearly saying.
I have heard that designer handbags.
Okay, no, that's cool. That's cool.
No,
Because I have also heard.
yeah. What? Fishing rods?
All right, let's wrap up with. We haven't done this for a while. This was a segment we did regularly on the podcast when we first launched. And you can also send them through to us via our socials. Go and check out Underaged Grandparents on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's all there. Do I have a little blood spot between my eyebrows there?
I can't see it.
Oh, that's good.
Did you pluck something
I
out?
plucked my monobrow beforehand.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
No, it's not super red or anything.
Oh, that's good. I get you. If you see any of our videos, you'll notice I'm a very hairy man. And my monobrow needs to be sorted out.
And he's never
regularly.
let me pluck it, not even once in our
Yeah,
whole
because you
relationship.
go too hard on it.
Darl, I've never done it. It's
No.
because you look at my eyebrows and think you're going to end up with my eyebrows if
Yeah.
I pluck. That's
Thin,
not going.
manicured
Darl,
ones.
you and I will never have the same eyebrows. It's just impossible.
No. But am I overreacting?
Mm-hmm.
This one, I think, is a situation a lot of couples have been in.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is from a man. I planned a barbecue for the wife and my son since there was some warmer weather. I went and got some really nice steaks. While prepping everything, her friend gave her a call and invited her and her husband over. My wife just tells them to stop and get steaks on the way over, and they do. Of course, that makes sense. You've already been out shopping. Hey, you guys are happy to come around, just grab some meat, sort it out. I was annoyed. I didn't want company, but I went with it. I cooked the food, prepare everything, and set it down on the table. When it comes time to sit down, everyone grabs their food, and I go to grab mine. But my steak is gone. This mother trucker took my steak and was already eating it. Then proceeded to look at me and say, "Oh, did I grab the wrong one? I can't tell the difference." You mean to tell me you can't tell the difference between a fresh cut local butcher $45 per kilo Scotch fillet compared to the cheap thin sizzle steaks that you brought over? Oh man, you can tell the difference. You know which steaks you brought, champion. Mm-hmm. I left and went to the pub and I told them to have fun. When I got home, my wife was extremely upset. And said that to most people, steak is steak. Am I overreacting?
Oh.
Absolutely not.
I knew you would say that.
Absolutely not. You know what? He was overreacting, that he got annoyed that the friends came over. You can be annoyed by that, but if you're being friendly, that's fine. That guy looked at those plates of steaks and he knew. It's like 2 inches thick. Or an inch thick, that steak. He knew the difference between his scuzzy steak and the nice, juicy piece of expensive steak. And that's a jerk move.
It is, but then you look like the bad guy because you left and went to the pub. You're saying, am I overreacting? Yes, by going to the pub. You are overreacting.
So what should he have done?
Made the guy give him back his steak.
He'd already started eating it.
Yeah, so what? Embarrass him. Be like, I'm pretty sure you can tell the difference and I want my steak, bro. Put it on my plate right now.
So you think stay cool and calm about it and then make him lift it over and put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, because otherwise then you're the jerk.
Because you've stormed out.
Yeah. Yeah, you've stormed out. And that just makes you, and obviously it's his wife's friend's partner, not his friend. Because I feel like if it was your friend, you'd be like, bro, give me my fucking steak right now.
Of course.
Or
You'd be
I'm
like,
going to cook you on the freaking barbecue.
If it was your mate, you'd be like, oi, dipshit, what are you doing? You get your scuzzy piece, hand that over.
Yeah, exactly. You brought sausages, mate.
Yes.
You didn't even bring steak.
Yeah. You're right. He did overreact.
Yes.
But let's be clear. He knew he took a good piece of steak and not the piece of steak that he bought. That was a bit...
That's the move of someone who's never going to be invited back. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Like, on what planet do you come to someone's house as a guest last minute and then go for the best piece of steak that's on the tray?
Even if you didn't bring steak, just say all the steak was supplied, as the person who came over, you should pick the worst piece of steak anyway.
Absolutely. Because you should have bought the best steaks for the people who were cooking steaks for you.
You always take the worst, and then you let the host go, no.
Exactly.
And then maybe swap.
Exactly.
And then you go, no, I don't want it.
Yeah.
And you've given one refusal, and then when they offer it again, you go, fine. But you've got to give that at least one refusal.
I love that he's written it's a sizzle steak because really, like, the difference between a sizzle steak and a butcher bit piece of steak is like that. There's no comparison to that.
It probably wasn't
one
even...
is a piece of cardboard and one is a piece of meat. Don't you think?
It probably wasn't that extreme. But
No,
he just really wanted to
not.
bring home his point.
Probably not.
Yeah.
And I do get it if they were similar look. Like, to me, a piece of steak looks like, if you said to me, is that sirloin, is that... Like, the only one that I know is the T-bone because there's an obvious bone in it.
Yeah.
The rest of them I'd be like, I don't know
you'd be
what
able to
cut
tell.
that is. But-
I guess it even comes down to, like, if you bring beers to a party or something, right? And you always had this friend who would bring, like, the worst beers,
yeah.
the worst disgusting beers,
Yeah.
and then drink all the good beers.
Yes. Yeah.
And you
Whereas
kinda,
you bring 4X Gold, but not because you're stingy. They're your favourites.
they're my favourite beer. They're my favourite beer, yes.
You'd be sad if someone, had brought Heineken's and was drinking your 4X Gold.
Oh, well, I would drink anything.
Yeah.
But I'm generally, if I go somewhere, I will take a whole carton.
Yeah.
And then I leave behind
What you've...
what I
Oh,
bring.
that's another one.
Because-
people who go into the fridge and get their one beer out that is left from their 6-pack.
Yeah.
So weird.
Yes.
So weird.
Like, unless you bring your own esky and it's all pre-packed,
Yeah.
which some people do, and you go
Yeah.
and you just take your esky home with you.
Yeah.
But if you've put all beers...
Even then, if you've gotten out a bottle of wine from your esky and put it in the fridge, you don't put that back in your esky before you leave.
No,
It's
not at all.
only what's left in your esky you may leave with, but at the same time, if you leave your esky there overnight and the host has emptied that for you so it doesn't go gross,
That's their
and
beers.
they've put your beers in their fridge, that's their beers.
I
Like,
agree.
you can't, there is rules to this.
Yeah.
They've cleaned up after you and provided a place for you to drink said beers, so those beers belong to them.
You can't go elbow deep into that esky of ice
Absolutely
searching
not.
for your 4 leftover beers and then walk out with them.
Absolutely not.
Maybe one roadie where you're like, oh, I'm going to take one over the road. But you can't be like...
Is that me again? You were doing that impersonation of me again?
You can't be like, these are my 4 beers, so I'm going to take it with me. You know?
No, yeah. Like, I've had people text, not to us, but to a friend, text them and say, oh, do you still have my 2 beers I left? I'm going to come
No.
over and get them.
No, that's weird.
So weird.
And so it would cost more in fuel to drive to the house and pick up the beers
100%.
than it would
I
be
was
to
like,
get
that's
them.
an excuse to come back for another drink, surely.
I would rather you come over with no beers and drink my beers than come over and take your beers home.
Yeah.
That's like another level of...
yeah.
But don't come over too many times with no beers. You know, like maybe twice. And then on the third time you got to be like, oh, I drank all your beers, so I brought some beers.
Yeah. There's just unspoken rules about it. And I
course
feel
there
sorry
is.
for people who
Yes.
don't know those rules. Maybe they've grown up in a house where they didn't have a lot of people over
Yeah.
or they just don't know the rules.
Yeah. It's the same as like when your kids slept over at someone's house a lot.
Yeah,
and then they
you
offer
have to-
again.
oh.
You have to go, no, sleep,
It's our
sleep
turn.
at our house.
It's our turn. Yeah.
They've slept at your house
Yeah.
heaps.
Yeah. Yeah, we're up for a few turns, by the way.
We are, but maybe no one likes our house.
Maybe you never offer.
No, anyone can sleep over. I don't care. Excuse me. Sorry to cough in everyone's ears there. The aircon in our studio blows straight down my gullet.
Yeah, we're going to have to swap sides.
We probably might need to. All right, guys, that's it for us this week. Thank you to everyone who sent us messages, by the way, on our Instagram. Underaged Grandparents is how you can go and search us right now. Next week's episode, in fact, we might read some of those out, actually.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have gotten involved and sent things through to us. So if you want to get a mention or a shout-out on the podcast and you've got a story, Underaged Grandparents podcast on Insta. Have a great week. We'll see you next one.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.